Hey Scrappy fans, it's Tiffany from Scrappy Fangirl, and today I have a process video for you of a 6x8 layout that I made with some more supplies from my March Wild Hare Kit. I just love my 6x8 Project Life albums. They're so small and tiny, and they fit so nicely on my shelf, and they're easy to hold. So I love 6x8, and I hope you like my 6x8 layout too. And if you like it, hopefully you'll click like in my YouTube video and maybe subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the process video. Okay, so before I started this layout, I hopped on my computer and printed my photo, and I also printed my journaling and a title on a piece of white cardstock. So I found a font at dafont.com that looked like the Lilo and Stitch writing from the movie poster, and then I just wrote my journaling next to it. And I did that in Photoshop. It's just easier for me to lay things out in Photoshop. I can control where things are at anywhere on the page. And then I just trim that out into a rectangle from my cardstock. And now I'm playing around with some of the papers from my March Wild Hare Kit. I had the Pink Paisley Paige Evans Pick Me Up paper the different blues and kind of the painted stripes that I used for my background. And then I had the strips, for the tropical strips that I had used in my last layout, and I used some more of the strips there. The salt, surf, sea, sun seemed appropriate for a beach layout. And then I grabbed this Chamel paper from the Box of Crayons line. I loved all the different cameras, so I decided to fussy cut out a camera. And I have to say, I am not a fussy cutter. I never really liked to fussy cut stuff out, but these cameras were so cute and I really wanted to use it as an embellishment. So I went ahead and cut it out. It's not perfect, but what are you going to do? So now I'm trying this strip with the palm leaves on it, and I'm not quite sure if I like it or not, what I'm going to do with it. I'm trying to find some places for embellishments. And then I decided there was too much white on my journaling strip, so I trimmed it down a little bit more, and then I added kind of a doodle line border around it to give it a little more definition. And instead of having things straight, I ended up kind of making things a little wonky on the page. So I tilted things back and forth. I mean, Stitch is a pretty wonky character, so it seemed appropriate to make things a little off kilter. And then I got these great Disney-inspired flares from my Wild Hare Kit. This one says mousing around, and they certainly were. Stitch is a fun character, and he was having fun getting the kids to do a little of shenanigans before we headed to the beach. We were on a Disney cruise, and this day we're on Disney's private island, Castaway Cay, which is probably one of my favorite places in the whole world. It's just so beautiful there and so relaxing, and Disney's customer service is just so awesome, and you always feel like you're in paradise. So it's been so cold and snowy here in New England. We just had our fourth nor'easter. We've had crazy amounts of snow in March, and I just needed to look at some beach pictures. So this is from 2014, and I hadn't actually scrapbooked this picture yet. So I thought, hey, let me think warm thoughts and scrapbook this beach picture, and it certainly lifted my mood a lot. So I ended up cutting that palm frond stitch strip in half and sticking it on the top, but you're going to find out that I wasn't super happy with the color. The green didn't quite go with the more teals that were in the bottom strip and the background paper, and something's not working. So I'm looking through the Vicky Bouton die cuts to try and find some more embellishments. I pull out the Jelly Bean Soup words to try and find some more embellishments to go on the page, and then that wasn't working. And actually the little letters, you have to cut out the middles, and I'm going, I don't feel like doing that. So I put those back, and then I found this cute little pointer that says this, and I thought, oh, well, that's a great color. It matches the others, so I'll see if I can get that to work as an embellishment on there. So I'm playing around with that, and I'm trying to think, what else am I going to do? Well, I used one of the Vicky Bouton, it was like a notebook paper tag with a little mixed media corner on it. And I said, well, that's a good place to write the names of all the kids and the date. So I added that in there. And then I popped up that little arrow that says this and added that on Oh, and then the puffy stars. I just love these Pink Fresh Studios puffy stars, and these awesome enamel dots also from my Wild Hare Kit. They're just such great stuff in this Wild Hare Kit, and they all are working great as little embellishments on the layout, but something is still not working for me, and I try and tack down that strip, and I'm going, maybe another camera. So I cut out another camera. Maybe that'll work, but I'm having a hard time finding a spot for it. And I left a little white border on it because, again, I hate fussy cutting. So I tried to make it look almost like a sticker. That's not quite working. I'm really struggling. I feel like I need some more embellishments. Something's not quite balanced on the layout. I'm moving that camera around. Then I decide to cut off the white border, make it a little smaller, plop it on there. It's just not working. And then, well, maybe I need something else at the top. So I tried another one of the strips from that strip paper, and then I give up. I say, forget it. I'm taking that off. And it pulled up a little bit of the paper underneath, but I'm covering it up with the cameras. And then I'm trying to think, what else can I add? So I pull out my little bin of washi tape and find this washi tape that has great blues and pinks and seems to match. So I had gotten one strip off, and then, as we know, washi tape that's been sitting a while, sometimes it's really hard to peel off the end. And I struggled, and it kept stripping off in little pieces, and I couldn't do it, and so I paused the camera, fixed the washi tape, and put that on the bottom. And then I think I just added one more puffy star, and there we go. The layout is finished. So I've got a little 6x8 beach layout, bringing some summer sun into my dreary, snowy March winter, and all from my March Wild Hare Kit. And I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. I struggled a little bit in the middle, but I'm happy. So click like if you liked my video, and we will see you scrappy fans later. Have a good day.